What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and man, do we have some major breaking news today. Buckle your seatbelts. You're going to like this one. This is your stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, we've got two bits of information for you today. You're going to want to watch this video all the way through, because I got to admit, the second bit of information that I'm going to be sharing with you today is even more breaking and huge and shocking than the first bit of information. And I'm going to let you know right now that if you see anybody in the comments down below saying, "Oh, we're not getting any stimulus," that you have my permission to go ahead and let them know that they are misinformed and that they need to watch today's video, because this second bit of information is pretty much securing the fact that we are going to be getting some more stimulus. So let's go ahead and get started with the first bit of information. And that is, as you guys know that follow me here on the channel, yesterday, that bipartisan group of lawmakers, you remember them working on that bipartisan deal? They announced that they had a deal ready for the first portion of the infrastructure package, known as the American Jobs Plan. And they said that today they were going to be meeting with President Joe Biden to get his approval to go ahead with it. Now, just to clarify, this is for the American Jobs Plan, physical infrastructure for roads, bridges, highways, things like that. Nothing for people yet. That's coming in the second portion. Well, the breaking news was that today they emerged from that meeting and President Biden said yes. He said, "I approve. We have a deal." And we started seeing news articles roll out like this. Take a look. These just came out in the last couple hours. "We have a deal. Biden announces infrastructure agreement." "We have a deal. Biden okays $1.2 trillion infrastructure plan." "Biden, senators agree to roughly $1 trillion infrastructure plan." "Biden strikes infrastructure deal with bipartisanship group of senators." And the one we're going to be looking at today that's going to give us all the details of what they agreed upon: Biden, bipartisan senators reach a deal on $953 billion infrastructure compromise. So, great breaking news, right? Well, the second bit of information is that Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi came out and she said no. She said, listen, if you want to pass this bipartisanship bill for physical infrastructure, roads, bridges, highways, that's fine. But unless you also pass alongside it a bill through the reconciliation process for human infrastructure, for stimulus for people and families, I will let it die in the House of Representatives and it will not go through. So she dropped an ultimatum saying that you need to pass the two together right now or we're not going to pass that one at all. And so what her reasoning is she's thinking that if they go ahead and pass this physical infrastructure bill through, that once it passes, then they will lose support from the GOP for the human infrastructure, and even moderate Democrats, say like Senator Joe Manchin or Sinema, they might not support the reconciliation process for human infrastructure. So she said they need to pass it now. So for those people saying we're not getting any more stimulus, well, you might want to check in with Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, because today she kind of flipped things for stimulus. So with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. I've got video footage and articles for you. I'm going to share with you Biden's announcement, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi dropping the ultimatum on us, and also some news articles that have rolled out. Let's go ahead and dive right in as of today, June 24th, 2021. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a quick second. If you like and appreciate these updates and you haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button, leave your comments, share this out with other people so they can know what's going on. And if this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. If you have any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's start off with this video clip of Joe Biden announcing that today they had a bipartisan deal.
We had a really good meeting, and to answer your direct question, we have a deal. And I think it's really important. We've all agreed that none of us got all that we wanted. I clearly didn't get all I wanted. They gave more than I think maybe they were inclined to give in the first place. But this reminds me of the days we used to get an awful lot done up in the United States Congress. We actually worked with them. We had bipartisan deals. Bipartisan deals means compromise. We agreed on infrastructure. We made serious compromises on both ends. There is, and they'll give you the numbers. But they did not, and I understand their position. Republicans and this group did not want to go along with any of my family plan issues, the child care tax credits, the human infrastructure that I talk about. And that we'll see what happens in a reconciliation bill in the budget process. If we get some compromise there, and if we can't, see if I can attract all the Democrats to a position that is there. But they're gonna move in a dual track.
Every president over the past 4 or 5 presidents has talked about doing a big infrastructure package. You may recall that President Trump proposed a $2 trillion infrastructure package. Today we are announcing the framework for an historic investment in infrastructure. This is roads and bridges, but also lots of other kinds of infrastructure, including broadband, including our water system and our rail system.
Everyone contributed to what is the largest infrastructure package in history. This is important. We've agreed on the price tag, the scope, and how to pay for it. It was essential to show the American people that the Senate can function, that we can work in a bipartisan way, and it sends an important message to the world as well, that America can function, can get things done.
So there you guys have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, as we just heard President Joe Biden say that they came to a deal, that he didn't get everything that he wanted, but they were willing to compromise. And we also heard him say that they only agreed on the first portion, which was the physical infrastructure, and that they try to go through the reconciliation process for the second half, and he would see if he could get moderate Democrats on board to support it, like Joe Manchin and Sinema. Well, looks like Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi has helped him out with that. But they said they have an agreement on everything, and let's go ahead and take a look at this deal and what's included from this bipartisan group of lawmakers. So this article says, here's a breakdown of the proposed spending. Roads, bridges, major projects, $109 billion. Safety, $11 billion. Public transit, $49 billion. Passenger and freight rail, $66 billion. Electric vehicle infrastructure, $7.5 billion. Electric buses and transit, $7.5 billion. Reconnecting communities, $1 billion. Airports, $25 billion. Ports and waterways, $16 billion. Infrastructure financing, $20 billion. Water infrastructure, $55 billion. Broadband infrastructure, $65 billion. Environmental remediation, $21 billion. Power infrastructure, including grid authority, $73 billion. Western water storage, $5 billion. And resilience, $47 billion. So those are all the items that were included. As you can see, all physical infrastructure items, nothing for human infrastructure, which we're going to be discussing here in just a second. Now, listen to this. Reading on, the article says, one of the biggest points of contention was how to pay for the measure. Now, according to a White House fact sheet, listen to this. The financing sources include an assortment of options such as reducing the IRS tax gap and redirecting unused federal unemployment money from the 26 states that have prematurely ended the relief programs and repurposing the pandemic relief measures. So a lot of people were asking, what's going to happen to the money that was allocated to states for federal unemployment and they ended it early? Well, here this bipartisan group of lawmakers is announcing they're going to be taking it back and they're going to be using it for this stimulus package. Now, 21 senators, 11 Republicans, 10 Democrats, they've endorsed the framework, although it will likely need to win the support of Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer in order to meet the 60-vote threshold needed to pass the legislation in Democratic-controlled Senate under regular order. So right now, what they're saying is that they think that they can get this through, but they need to get those progressives on board to get the full 60 in the Senate. And with Nancy Pelosi's announcement today, that could be a possibility if they pass reconciliation alongside this bill. So we will see. But now let's take a look at the video footage of Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi today announcing that they will not be passing the bipartisan bill unless they also pass alongside it the bill of reconciliation.
Let me be really clear on this. We will not take up a bill in the House until the Senate passes the bipartisan bill and a reconciliation bill. If there is no bipartisan bill, then we'll just go when the Senate passes a reconciliation bill. But I'm hopeful that we would have the bipartisan bill. I think it would be really important to demonstrate the bipartisanship that has always been a hallmark of our infrastructure legislation. It's always been bipartisan, and less so when President Obama was president because the Republicans wanted to shrink the program. But nonetheless, nonetheless, it was a bipartisan bill.
Man, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. That is Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, the third most powerful person in Congress right now, and I guess there is a reason. So it looks like physical infrastructure, roads, bridges, highways, things like that, and human infrastructure, more stimulus for people. They're both going to be going through at the same time, faster than we expected, if Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi has anything to say about it. Now, you guys, there's probably going to be a lot more information rolling out here in the next couple days. I will do my best to keep you up to date, but as you know, I'm in the middle of moving right now. I'm packing up, getting ready to leave California, and I'm moving to the state of Texas. So I'm going to do my best to keep you up to date here on the channel, but once again, I might miss a couple uploads, but I'll do my best to hop on and keep you guys informed, as there is a lot happening right now with stimulus. And once again, if you like and appreciate these updates and you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button. If you want to stay up to date, come and join the viewing community. Come and join the Ram fam, we like to call it. Hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. Shoot me some DMs if you got any questions or anything. And if you want to see what stocks or cryptos I'm trading in real time, be sure to join the Patreon group. And if you want to get some free stocks and cryptos right now, use the links in the description below. And with that being said, you guys, hope this reaches you well. Hope you enjoyed this breaking news update. Like I said, I'll keep you up to date. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.